All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about the language that basically is the internet, HTML. If you've ever been curious about how websites are actually built, you are in the perfect place. Stick with me because we're going to break it all down, make it super simple, and maybe even have a little fun. So let me ask you something. You're scrolling, clicking, and watching stuff online all day, right? But have you ever stopped for a second and wondered, what's holding all of that together? What's the invisible glue behind every single web page you visit? Well, get this. Every time you go to Google or scroll through your Facebook feed or fall down a YouTube rabbit hole, your web browser is doing something incredible behind the scenes. It's reading a secret code, a foundational language that tells it exactly what to put on your screen. And that secret code? It's called HTML. That's it. It's not some crazy magic trick. It's a language. And trust me, by the time we're done here, you are going to totally get it. Okay, so first up, let's decode the name itself. I know, HyperText markup language sounds super technical, maybe even a little scary, but I promise you it's not. Once you see what the words actually mean, it's all going to click. So yeah, as we said, HTML is just an acronym. It stands for HyperText Markup Language. Let's just chop that name right in half and look at each part. First part, HyperText. Don't overthink this, seriously. All it means is text that can link to other text on other pages. That's it. That's the whole hyper part. It's what lets you jump from one place to another. And those links, which, in the coding world are often called anchor tags, they're like the threads that stitch the entire internet together. Without them, you just have a bunch of lonely, isolated documents. With them, you get the World Wide Web. Okay, so what about the second half, markup language? This is a really important idea. See, HTML isn't a programming language. It doesn't do math or make complex decisions. It's a markup language. All it does is use these little labels, called tags, to, mark up the content. I absolutely love this analogy. Imagine you're an architect, and your HTML file is the blueprint. The tags are the little notes you write on the blueprint for the construction crew, and in this case, the crew is your web browser. You're not mixing the concrete yourself, you're just pointing and saying, hey, this is a giant headline, or an image goes right here, and the browser just follows your plan perfectly. Now for my favorite part. This is where it all comes together. We're going to build a digital house. This is seriously the best way to understand how HTML works with its two best friends, CSS and JavaScript. Think about it like this. Step one, you got to have a house, right? That's HTML. It's the foundation, the frame, the walls, it's the actual structure. Then step two, you bring in the decorator. That's CSS. It adds the paint, picks out the cool wallpaper, arranges the furniture. It makes the house look amazing. And finally, step three, you got to turn the power on. That's JavaScript. It's the wiring, the light switches, the garage door opener, all the stuff that makes the house come alive and actually do things. And here's the bottom line. You can't paint a wall that isn't there, can you? You can't install a light switch in thin air. That's exactly why HTML always, and I mean always, comes first. You have to build the structure before you can do anything else to it. All right, enough talk, enough theory. Let's see this thing in action. It's time to go from code to an actual web page and watch the magic happen. Okay, check this out. This is so cool. On the left, that's the code. See those little things in the angle brackets? The H1 for a big heading, the P for a paragraph. Now, look at the right. That's what your browser turns it into. It's a perfect one-to-one translation. And boom, just like that, the browser scans the code and it thinks, okay, H1 tag. That means make this text a big headline, done. Then it sees the P tag and thinks, right, that's just a regular paragraph of text. It's not guessing, it's just following the rules every single time. All right, let's bring it all home now. We're going to wrap this up by really hammering down the most important point, why HTML is number one. It is, quite literally, the backbone of the entire web. So let's just recap. What are HTML's core jobs? Well, first, it builds the skeleton of every single page you visit. Second, it organizes all the raw stuff, the words, the images, into sensible chunks. And third, it hands the browser the master blueprint so it knows how to put everything together. So look, whether you actually want to become a web developer or you're just a curious person who likes to know how things work, the starting point is always the same. You start with HTML. It's that very first block you need to build something incredible. And just like that, you now understand the fundamental principle behind the entire web. Seriously, you've taken that crucial first step. So the only question left is, what will you build?